Hello, and welcome to our Bible study on the book of Exodus. My name is Tyler Mayfield, and I teach Old Testament at Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary.
And my name's Mary Alice Birdwhistell. I am the pastor of Highland Baptist Church here in Louisville, Kentucky. We are so glad that you have joined us as we explore our book called Hard and Holy Work, a Lenten Journey through the book of Exodus.
In 1958, a Trappist monk named Thomas Merton was visiting downtown Louisville, Kentucky when he was overcome with this spiritual epiphany. He was looking around this bustling downtown area when he felt a sense that everyone belonged to God and to each other. They were all walking around, he said, shining like the sun. Today, there's actually a historical marker at this place in downtown Louisville that commemorates Merton's epiphany. And people from around the world come to visit this ordinary and extraordinary place.
So just a few blocks away from where Thomas Merton had this epiphany is another significant site in our city. It is a place that we now call Injustice Square, and it was named that after protests for justice for Breonna Taylor, the young medical worker who was wrongfully killed in our city just a few years ago. This space has since become a gathering spot for lots of local protests and justice movements. And there's a historical site there as well, marking the significance of what we believe is another sacred space.
So you might think, what in the world do these 2 points in downtown Louisville, Kentucky have to do with one another? But we actually think that there is a direct relationship between this space of spiritual awakening for Thomas Merton and this place of social justice and social action for Breonna Taylor. There's something about Merton's invitation to pay attention to where God is working in our cities that calls us to then march and to protest, to speak up for the work of liberation in a place like Injustice Square.
We are actually filming this video today from Highland Baptist Church in Louisville, just a couple miles from downtown where these sites are. And this is another sacred space to us. These stone walls have carried the hopes and dreams of so many folks who have worked for justice and liberation in our city. However, we are also mindful that we often feel like we don't know the next step to take to work for justice. We don't know how to move from spiritual awakening to taking steps for social justice and liberation. And sometimes in an effort to not go the wrong way in justice work, we feel like we get stuck and we end up going no way at all.
We're not alone in this feeling of being stuck. Time and time again, the Israelites get stuck as they wander in the wilderness, and they really have no idea where they're going or what they're going to do next. Their journey with God then can become for us an inspiration during this season of Lent.
So that's what brings us here today. As we begin this season of Lent together, we want to seek to move through these two interconnected practices of the spiritual life. Awakening, paying attention to where God is and how God is at work in the world around us, and then acting, working for justice and liberation. And so we hope you will join us this Lent in this hard and holy work.
One of the important aspects of this biblical study is actually at the end of each chapter, where we offer for you an opportunity to reflect and to respond on the readings that you've done that week. We actually have 3 sections there at the end of the chapter. At first, you'll see paying attention, which is a set of questions for self-reflection that you can use on your own in an individual setting. We also have there at the end of the chapter a set of questions called Sharing Together, where we ask you, if you're doing this hard and holy work in a group setting, that you turn to your neighbor and your friend and your fellow church member or community member, and you share with each other your reflections about this work. And then finally, a third section at the end of the chapter called Taking Action, where we suggest some actions, some concrete action steps that you can take in the week of Lent that you're reading the material.
So the reality is that having the type of conversations that we want to have in this book study can make us uncomfortable. But isn't that how we grow? Isn't that how we change and are transformed into the people that God is inviting us to be, by allowing ourselves to get uncomfortable? Perhaps the journey of faith, if it's ever going to stretch us or move us beyond our imaginations, is going to be an uncomfortable one. So we hope that you will join us in what we call an unsettling but hard and holy journey.
So again, we hope you will join us in this discomfort, in this holy work, this Lenten season. We hope you will find a group to journey alongside you in this work, because none of us are meant to do this work alone. Join us.